Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tanya, and if you're stopping by for the first time, welcome. I do hope you'll consider subscribing, and if you're not stopping by for the first time, thank you for your support. You know I really do appreciate it. So today's video hopefully will be a quick one. I'm sort of wanting to get more into the short form videos. Let me know how you feel about that. I know some people love long form, some people prefer short form. I don't know what's happening to me, but I feel like my attention span is becoming shorter and shorter. But if you're interested in more short form videos, do let me know, because I'm leaning towards those. Anyway, let's hope that this is not like a 20-minute video, because you know I can talk. So today's video I thought would be probably a bit of a chit chat, and part of me even thought of doing it as a sit down, get ready with me, but I thought, I don't do all that much, so it would have to be really quick video. But anyway, I want to make this one a quick one because I just want to have a chat. And what I wanted to chat to you about is how I feel about my collection, how I am very much pulled in both directions. So when I watch videos about overconsumption, or when I watch videos about how some people are, you know, spending exorbitant amounts on their handbag and luxury goods collections, part of me thinks, oh, is that me? Am I an overconsumer? Part of me thinks, yeah, I should sell off some of my pieces and really whittle it down to some beautiful key pieces. And then part of my sort of downtime and part of my relaxation is to watch collection videos, any type of collection video, but specifically, obviously, handbag and luxury good collection videos. And then I think, oh my God, that's amazing. I wish I had a collection like that. I want all those pieces. Or sometimes I learn about something from someone's collection video and I think, oh wow, I really like that. I want that. And then I start going on this hunt to try and find it. Okay, so I'm a bit like a magpie. I just go wherever the sparkles are, right? So part of me feels a little bit worried to actually downsize my collection. And if I did downsize my collection, it would be to sell, obviously, some of my higher priced items, because hopefully I would receive a higher price back. But I'm worried because if I sell the few higher designer pieces that I have, if I can use that simplicity of higher designer, I'm worried, and I have a feeling that I probably wouldn't buy them back, or not necessarily that particular piece, but I probably wouldn't spend that sort of money on a handbag or an accessory again. So having said that, I just thought I'd share with you some of the pieces that I am considering selling. But part of me doesn't want to, because one has a lot of sentimentality attached to it. Another one has that sort of longing for it attached to it, that I love it, that I find it hard to part with. And then a couple more also are sort of, well, I don't use them all that much. I really should sell them on, but I'm worried if I do, because for me to buy them again would be far too expensive attached to it. So I hope I've made sense. I tend to ramble when I just like do these things off the cuff. But anyway, let's get on to it. Some of you might be surprised by the bag that I'm going to show you now. And some time ago, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago, I did do one of those, you know, I'll never sell it type of videos. And I spoke about this bag. Now, this is the Louis Vuitton Montaigne MM in the empreinte leather, in the color noir, which is black. And I have a bag story video about this particular bag. This was the first new bag that I bought from boutique. I had had other LV pieces prior to this, but from memory I bought this in 2016, and there is a memory attached to it. So I find it hard to sort of consider parting with this bag. And I know that, of course, if I sell this now, I will not get back what I paid for it. It's very unlikely. And in the next few days, I will actually be going to visit Jess at, a lot of you will know her as Jessie Style. I'll be going to visit her at the Purser Fair here in Melbourne to get a quote for this bag. And the reason why is because I find the shape and the size somewhat awkward for me. I know that big bags are back in. I know all of that. but I find that this is just a tad awkward. At the time, the BB had just been released, and I remember scoffing at the BB, thinking, why would you want a bag that small? Well, I wish this was the BB, because I would keep it. I would not give it up if it was the BB. This is a beautiful bag. It's in pristine condition. I have used it a handful of times. You know, the feet haven't even got scratches on them. Nope. The gold is still the full gold color. It hasn't worn off in any way and so on. But I paid $4,000 for this back in 2016. I don't even know what this is worth now. I don't know if it's as popular or as common as it used to be. But if it were, I don't think I am prepared to spend $4,000 or $5,000 on a bag again. I mean, unless it was a pre-loved P9, well, that's a different story, but I'll never get one for that price. So what I'm trying to say is, if I sell this, then I've sold pretty much a large portion of my most expensive bags. I have a lot of bags, but I don't have many of this caliber. So if I sell this, then I won't have this again, or I won't have this to sell on again another time. Does that make sense? I thought that this would be a 10-minute video. Well, clearly I'm wrong. Let me know what you think. I've not used it in at least 5 years. Oh my God, it's terrible. 4 years maybe. Every now and then I use it, but most of the time it just sits on my shelf because I have that sentimental sort of feeling towards it. And I know if I sell it, then I could use the money I get for this towards something else, and then that would still, the sentimentality would be transferred to the new item. Agreed, I agree. Yeah, and it would most likely be a piece of jewelry. But if I sell it now, then it's gone. And I'm not going to buy it again. Next piece, I'll be quick with this one. This is my Chanel calfskin, distressed calfskin ivory wok with the shiny gold hardware. I don't know what year it is. I don't know. I'd have to find the card. I adore this piece. And I remember buying this $3,300 probably about 3 or so years ago. And I've used it once. But I love it. I love having it. And I love the way it looks. And it is also in pristine condition. There we go. I did not buy this from Chanel Boutique. I bought this from a reseller, a very well-respected, reputable reseller here in Melbourne anyway. And I love it. I love looking at this because it's not white. It's that beautiful sort of, it's a dark white. So it's almost like a winter white. It's got the beautiful reissue chain, which is like jewelry. Oh, I love this bag. I love it so much. But it just sits on the shelf here beside me, behind me. And I think to myself, that's potentially $3,300 I could have back in my account. I don't know what to do. I love this piece. I don't want to. And specifically because I love chevron more than the diamond quilts. If this was a diamond quilted piece, I wouldn't even hesitate. I'd sell it. But what I'm worried about now is if I were to buy another wok, another Chanel wok, I wouldn't be able to get it for $3,300. I'd have to spend significantly more, even pre-loved, because the new prices are like, again, ludicrous, but that's a different topic. I don't know what to do. Please guide me. I know it's tricky with the color. I've used it once. There's no color transfer. There is no damage on it. There is nothing. It is beautiful and I love touching it. Oh, I can't sell this. So next 3 pieces you'll see a trend with Design House are these. This is my favorite. I don't want to sell that. I love this one. This again, chevron, calfskin, distressed. It's the Mademoiselle lock, but it doesn't function. It's just a press stud. Oh God, I love this so much. I bought this from a luxury Facebook group that I'm a part of. Then there's the O pouch, and I love this too because it's silver and it's chevron. It's gorgeous, right? It's gorgeous. This one though is the older one. This one does not have the CC across the zipper or at the end of the zipper. So I probably won't be able to get as much for this because of that, being a slightly older model. But I've only used this a handful of times. And again, I bought this from the Facebook group. And if you remember, Kim curated, what does she used to be called? Kim Chella. This used to be hers. I've used it quite a few times and I love it, and I love feeling it's quite squishy, you know, as is this, because it's got that sort of puffiness, the quiltedness. But if I sell these, I don't know if I'll be able to get them back again, because this alone is nearly $1,000. This is close to $1,000. I bought these at well under 1,000. I think I bought this one in addition to something else for like 500 plus something else. This one I picked up for about 550, maybe 600, and that was years ago. But if I sell them, I won't buy them back. Not because I don't want to, because I love the O pouches and I'm looking at a few, but because of their price. And if I do buy them very pre-loved, then there's wear and tear. So yeah. My other Chanel piece is this one here, and this is the zip around little wallet, and I've used this a lot. I went through a stage where I was using it every day for months and months, and then I decided to stop because I was worried about how it sort of might pull a little bit here on the fabric, or if it might peel or something. There's a tiny bit, I don't know if you can see, it's just a tiny bit of sort of lifting here of the fabric, and I just didn't want this to fall apart or to pull apart or anything like that, because we know that Chanel's aftercare is not great. But I don't love it as much as the other two because it is the quilting, but at the same time, it's lovely. And although this is caviar, it's a soft caviar. It's not that plasticky feeling caviar. I adore this for the way it feels, its tactileness, but at the same time, don't love the quilting. And I haven't used it for a long time. Back to LV, the other two pieces that I have, and I have quite a few LV pieces, are these two. Now, I bought this for my birthday probably back in 2019, and I've used it sort of beside my dressing table as a little catch-all. I've used it in my larger bags, but not very much. And it's epi, which I love, but you go and buy one of these now, no matter what the outside fabric is made of, whether it's the canvas or a leather, empreinte or epi, they're expensive. And I don't know what it is, but I adore this shape. So I won't be selling this, because then I know that I most likely won't get it back. Even pre-loved, a lot of them are very much knocked about. So that's another one that I have thought about. I really have. Last piece, and it is the Louis Vuitton mini pochette. I have two. I have the monogram, which I bought for myself back in 2015, I think, for $360. And then I bought this one at the end of 2020. And I think there's a video where I show it. And I haven't used it. It's still pristine, brand new. I won't sell it because now these are some ridiculous vomit-worthy price. Over 1,000 Australian dollars. The last time I looked, they were 1,045 or something like that. At the end of 2020, I bought this for 465 or 485. And that was just before some ridiculous price hike. I think from 400 and something, it went up to nearly 700 or just over 700. So I was lucky. And ironically, there's a story, I think, about this. I went in to buy the Agenda PM inserts, and the sales associate said to me, "Oh, is there anything else I can help you with?" And that was at the time when Louis was trying to, restrict the number of canvas pieces, and this one was like very much reduced everywhere, as in, and when I say reduced, limited. And this one was difficult to get your hands on. I said, "Oh, look, I'm actually after the mini pochette in the Damier Ebene, but I know that you can't really get them." She goes, "Oh no, I've got them." And she opens up this drawer and there's like 4 or 5 of them in there. And I was like, "Oh my God, yes, I'll take one, thanks. Forget the Agenda PM things. Forget that, I'll get this instead." So I did. And I love it. I don't use my mini pochettes as much because most of the time I use smaller bags. I mean, this will fit in some of these ones here behind me, but the very small ones obviously doesn't fit. But I'm not giving these up. I'm not giving these up because these are, fundamental Louis Vuitton, aside from the Speedy and the Neverfull. So they're the items that I have deliberated and have thought about selling. I also have a couple of the pochette accessoires, also Damier Ebene and Monogram, and I like those. I use those a lot because sometimes they're just like that little easy crossbody bag. I have the long strap and all the rest of it. So I'll be keeping those. One is older than the other, but whatever. Let me know what you think. How do you feel about selling your pieces? Are you worried, concerned that perhaps, worried that maybe if you sell them, you can't buy them back because of the prices and the way things are going? Or are you okay? Sell, get the money in your account, replace it with something else. Also, yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you think. As always, I look forward to reading your comments. Take care, everybody. God bless, and I'll see you next time.